Good morning Year 2, it's Monday morning and it's maths, and our learning objective today is to name and identify the properties of 3D shapes. So we're moving on from 2D shapes, so our flat shapes with only 2 dimensions, and we're moving on to our 3D shapes with 3 dimensions. And I've got a little set here of some teeny tiny little 3D shapes. Now we have done this before this year, so I'm hoping that you'll be able to remember the names of these. So I'm going to start with one that I think you should all know. Having a look. Looks like a little block of cheese. Okay, so we've got a cube, 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 cube. Super. So our cube, if I look carefully at it, all the faces of the cube are the shape of a square. I'm going to count the vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I'm going to count the faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I'm going to count the edges, and there's lots of these. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. So that's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 around there. So I've got 12. 8 add 4 is 12. So I've got 12 edges on my cube, my little block of cheese. And let's have a look at this one next. Can you see it? Oh, where's the... This one is a... You got it! Sphere. Sphere, sphere, sphere. Sphere. Now our sphere is an interesting one. It has no vertices, it has no edges, and it just has one face all the way around it. Alright, let's have a look at, let's do this one next. This one here, I'll hold it up a bit closer to the camera. Do we know what this one is? That's it, cylinder. Cylinder, cylinder, cylinder. Cylinder. Super. So we have a cylinder. Now our cylinder has a circle for a face at one end. It also has a circle at the other end. So it's got 2 circular faces. And then the face that joins the 2 circles together would be a rectangle if we unwrapped it. So I've got 1, 2, 3 faces. I've got no vertices, no corners, and I've got 1, 2 edges on my cylinder. Okay, so we've done cube, we've done sphere, we've done cylinder. Right, let's do this one next. Can you see this one? So it's a bit like my block of cheese, but not all the faces are square. The faces at the ends are squares, but the faces around the sides are not squares. They're rectangles or oblongs. It is a cuboid. 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 So we've got a cuboid, and my cuboid has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vertices, and edges 1, 2, 3, 4 around the top, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It has 12 edges, so very similar to the cube. The only difference between this and the cube is that the cuboid has some rectangular faces. Alright, now I know we'll know this one, especially in this hot weather we've been having lately. I'll hold it that way. Okay, so we have here, we might put an ice cream in this one when it's hot. We have a cone. Cone, cone, cone. Cone. Okay, so our cone, like an ice cream cone. So our cone has a circular shaped base, and around the edge would kind of be a triangle shape, this face. So we have only one vertice, this one vertice at the top. We have only one edge between the sides and the base, and we have 2 faces, the circle and the face around the side of the cone. Right, what have I got next? Now I'm going to show you these two at the same time because they are very similar. So I've got these two here. I'm going to show you the bases. Okay, hopefully you can see them without my fingers in the way. Very tiny little shapes. So these are both pyramids. Pyramid, pyramid, pyramid. Super, but the difference with these two pyramids is that this one is a triangular base pyramid because the face on the base is a triangle, and this one is a square based pyramid because the base is a square shape. So we've got this one, oh excuse me, triangular base pyramid, triangular based pyramid, and then we have a square based pyramid, square based pyramid. Super duper. And I'm not going to count the edges and vertices, I will let you figure this out when you do your work. And I have one final 3D shape. So it's this one here. Ooh, reminds me of a Toblerone, this one. I wonder what shape this is. Do you know? It is a triangular prism. Triangular prism. Triangular prism. Super. So it's a triangular prism. It has a triangle shaped face at each end, and the faces around the side are rectangles or oblongs for our triangular prism. And a prism, we could have any shape at the end of the prism, and that would be the name of the prism. So we could have, for example, a hexagon, and would have a hexagonal prism if this face was a hexagon. So there are our 3D shapes that we need to know for year 2. You have a table with the properties of the shapes. There's a picture of the shape, you've got to name the shape, work out the number of edges, faces, vertices, and then there's an extra column to see if you can find any of the 3D shapes around your house. So for example, for my cylinder, I have found a tin of beans, and for my sphere, I have found a very old looking tennis ball, okay, for my sphere. So that is your task today. Enjoy, and I look forward to seeing what you do year 2. Goodbye!